In 1 Samuel, there's a story of a woman named Hannah. She was dearly loved by her husband, Elkanah, yet they had no children together. In those days, a woman's worth was measured by how many children she bore, especially sons. And if she had no children, then maybe it was a sign of divine punishment or secret sin. Elkanah's other wife, yes, he had 2 wives. It was a thing back then. But anyway, she had 2 sons of her own. And though Peninnah was honored having sons, Elkanah showed favoritism to Hannah. And Peninnah saw how he loved her best. So Peninnah used this to dig at Hannah at every opportunity she got and to lord it over her that she had children and Hannah had none. Peninnah tormented Hannah year after infuriating year. Hannah became deeply saddened over this, weeping and not even eating. Her husband would say, "Don't I love you more than 10 sons?" Yes, true, but Hannah's whole being wanted for a child. And Peninnah's taunts were making her sick with depression. Hannah could have done several things at this point. She could have retaliated against Peninnah by throwing it in her face that Elkanah loved her more, or she could have complained to her husband about Peninnah's horrible behavior and demand that he do something. Or she could have gossiped to her girlfriends about the terrible way she was being treated and thus becoming a bitter woman. But Hannah chose a different path. It says that she went to the temple and poured out her heart to God. In her anguish, she turned to God, for she knew that He was the only one who could do something about her situation. What do you do when you're faced with unfair treatment? Me? I want to find the most sympathetic ear and tell them how I'm being unjustly wronged and figure out a plan to get them back. Oh, that would be so satisfying and justifiable. But God wants my reaction to be different than worldly actions. He wants me to love my enemies, pursue peace with them, and even bless them. And the only way I can do this is by being filled up with His Spirit. Psalms 37:7 says, "Be still before the Lord, wait patiently for Him, and entrust yourself to Him. Do not fret, whine, agonize because of him who carries out wicked schemes." The only way that I cannot fret is to go to God and pour my heart out to Him. After spending time in the temple praying, Hannah's sadness lifted and she was able to go eat. She didn't get an immediate answer to her prayer. Her rival was not taken away from her, but she received sustenance to face her enemy and to keep responding in godliness. This day, entrust your enemies to God, telling Him of your heart's sorrow, and then go get something to eat.